What's up, Rockstars? Today I have a big video for you. We have a discussion on censorship, we have a discussion on asking people for money, and we have a discussion on how you should be treated. But first, my sponsor, End of the AM, is fantastic. You can see I'm wearing a shirt from them right now. I do all the time. They fit great. They feel great. They are fantastic. There is a link down in the description below. Unique for you guys. 10% off on top of any sales they have, which, boom, 4th of July sale, 20 to 80% off site-wide. So again, you get sales on top of that. So 10% off on top of that with the code in the description below. Go ahead and check that out, or the pinned comment. Both those will lead you to that. Save some money. They have fantastic shirts, guys. Look at some of this new stuff they have. This Liberty tee, oh, so good, so good. But I mean, all of these are just great. This Tangerine Tides, awesome. Love it. Just really, really good stuff. The quality is stellar. I stand by my sponsorship of them so strongly, guys. They make great shirts, and I guarantee you'll be happy with yours. So again, link down in the description below. Saves 10% on top of an already good sale. And yeah, let's go into the video. All right, so I decided to wait until after Studium was done actually crowdfunding before I made this video. I could have made it earlier. One of the backers affected by this asterisk actually reached out and made some, took some screenshots of some stuff to kind of show kind of what's been going on. So then I went and looked into it more, and it's really bad treatment, guys. And I really want to just talk through this for you guys because I think it's important. Obviously, if you are a backer of Studium and you have an issue with this, you can reach out and talk to them however you wish. I hope that they do not delete your comment as well. Okay, so this says we have a lot of $1 backers that are openly stating they do not plan on using Kickstarter to support the project. There is a big Be Constructive link to the right of the comment section. I strongly encourage folks to read that if they are actively posting in the comments section. If we feel like your pledge is insincere, that you are not using Kickstarter to fund the project, we are going to have the good folks at Kickstarter review your pledge. I personally hate to do this, but there has been a lot of folks using the pledge without a reward outside of its intended use. Remember, Kickstarter is offering this comment space to people who have decided that they want to fund the project, and give those folks a chance to connect with our team, and we are here for that. So all of this is wrong and incorrect. Case in point is every single comment that they sent to Kickstarter to review is now visible because Kickstarter said it's fine. So they were wrong in thinking that Kickstarter is somehow saying in their Be Constructive link that they weren't correct, right? So they were backing stuff that even Kickstarter, or they were removing stuff that even Kickstarter said is fine. So they are definitely proven concretely incorrect, that they are not in line with Kickstarter and what they think should and shouldn't be in a comment section. I do want to point out just real quick how short-sighted this is. Let me explain. They're talking about how the comments are only for people that have decided now to back. And that is incorrect. It is there for anybody who might want to in the future back as well. For instance, instead of viewing a $1 pledge person as somebody who wasn't willing to buy your game, view it as a person that might potentially, maybe further down the line, depending on if you treat them nice and don't delete their comments, or impress them with your answers to questions they might have, because they probably have questions, and that's why they haven't done it yet. Maybe they just don't have the funds, but they fully plan on going all in your pledge manager. But because they're a $1 backer, suddenly they are kind of lower tier. And you see this a lot. So see, right here it says, you're absolutely right, and the perception of contention here sucks. I want you to know that we are not writing off $1 backers. And you're also right that the $1 pledge isn't funding, it's a lead. We aren't treating $1 pledges the same as even a $30 pledge without a reward, and especially not like somebody who's willing to go all in on the project. I would certainly look at a $25 pledge differently than a $1 pledge. It shows a willingness to support the project even if someone can't go all in. While I realize that the $1 pledges are good leads, our job during this Kickstarter isn't lead generation. We're working to raise funds that will inform the trajectory of the project. Again, such short-sightedness almost hurts me to even see. I've seen a creator who was frustrated kind of go down this path too. And I just want to say that if you have ever felt that I have treated you, just a regular viewer of this channel, differently than perhaps my $50 patron, let me know. Seriously, call me out on that, because I can guarantee you won't, because I don't. I don't care if you're giving me 50. I don't care if you're giving me 100. I don't care if you just watched the video and gave it a like. I don't care if you said, no, I'm never liking and subscribing. I want this video to somehow impact you in a positive way in every other video I make. And that's it. And who pays? But I guarantee that if I treated everybody who didn't become a patron worse than my patrons, they wouldn't convert to patrons. I wouldn't gain a whole lot of patrons. That's not how that works. In fact, I know for a fact that I've had patrons that have said, hey, I joined because I commented on a video that was a year late, or like it posted a year ago, and you responded to it. And I was so impressed with that, I became a patron. I've been told that several times. And I'm not trying to brag or anything. What I'm saying is, if you don't invest in people that aren't giving you money, or as much money as you would like, they're never going to transform into people who might in the future. Who knows what the future holds? But if you start categorizing people on like a tier list on how you treat them, you're not gonna make anybody happy except the people going all in. That's the only people you're gonna make happy, and those people you already have. You've gained them. I just can't believe somebody is this short-sighted in any sort of business. I mean, I guess it happens, but I just like. You have every backer. What you don't have is the dollar ones. So work on getting them. Work on answering their questions and easing their fears or any of that kind of stuff. You would be surprised how many people might mull over it and upgrade later on. Oh, you know what? I checked it back in when the pledge manager opened, and it looks like you're doing a great job. I didn't get banned from your comments section, so I'm actually still interested. Now you have my pledge. You just burned every bridge you could with that, and it's just so sad to see backers being treated like this. Kickstarter isn't providing the comments section just for people that fund it, or they wouldn't allow dollar backers to even comment. They allow that so that you're still tied in and get updates, and now you're part of the journey. You can increase your pledge. You can ask questions. If Kickstarter was against it, they wouldn't allow it. You'd have to do a pledge, but that's not the case. They allow it for dollar backers for a reason. And you should be thankful for that. You should be frustrated that people even have to give $1 to ask you a question there. You should hope that people could follow your updates without ever paying anything. Ask questions without any money, without any credit card sign up, so that they can then you now can outreach more people, not less. This kind of idea that you have to buy your way into Watchtower Gaming respecting you as a backer or a potential future backer is just sad. And if you think that they may have been backing, well, maybe the things were pretty cringe. Let me show you something. This was one of the things that Asterix showed me. The comment is under review for potentially violating Kickstarter's community guidelines. That being said, obviously it wasn't. This is the comment. Will the Cinco Mini be pre-assembled? What type of plastic will it be made of? Who in their right mind reports that? What abusive power trip that is. To think that, I have the potential to make it to where Asterix feel like he doesn't have a voice. Or she. Or make it to where like suddenly they will just not feel welcome here and leave. Like, what kind of bully power trip is that even doing? That's an abuse of the system, that's for sure, which is why Kickstarter allowed it, which is why Kickstarter allowed every single comment there, because none of them were wrong. The creator was wrong, and we shouldn't, as backers, as consumers, stand for that kind of treatment. Whether you backed Studium or not, you should feel wronged by this, because these people are you. I'm this person. I'm the one spending hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars on these games. And to see a company willingly try and silence someone who's just asking questions blows my mind. I can't imagine treating any other person like this. People have said terrible things about me. They have. In my own comments, they've called me names. They've made fun of me. They've accused me of all sorts of terrible things. And every single one of those that YouTube allowed through is there. The ones that YouTube doesn't allow, I don't even see. Seriously, they're all there. Because even though I disagree, even though your voice hurts me, I don't want to silence that voice. And no company should either. That is so wrong, so short-sighted, so just terrible. So I'll end on this. This was another comment they did just a day ago even. And they even said, hey, guess what? These two people have been flagged by the team as insincere backers, so a few of you might have noticed that we're not willing to engage with those users. No, you're not willing to let other people even see them asking regular questions. So one of these people responded, I haven't heard from this person, I don't know who this is, but they said, I'm speechless. And again, this was probably blocked as well, but now Kickstarter, along with all their other comments, have been allowed. Because Kickstarter doesn't agree with Studium. Studium's on their own here. Watchtower Gaming is on their own on this little mean-spirited island. I'm speechless. I was ignored for days for just asking some legitimate questions. I've stated several times I'm in love with the game and really wanted to back this. Wanted to go $300. I'm sure that when the Kickstarter review team will finish inspecting my comment, will free me. I wrote nothing wrong, and others shared my questions and concerns. This is bad PR and customer care. Be humble and respectful to your potential investors and customers, Watchtower Games. Hope you'll learn something from this campaign. I'm very sad for how you treated me. Near 50 backed projects and never saw something like this. Never been treated this way. Alicio, I am sorry they treated you that way. I know I'm not at fault, but it pains me to see a company treating people with questions like this. If they're a dollar backer, it means they have questions. Answer them. That's it. That's all you got to do. You don't have to like, you don't have to agree with it. You don't have to be happy that they're even there. But publicly, you should just be professional and respectful. If nothing else, respectful. But it seems Watchtower Game is not interested in that unless you pay them enough. In which case, then you're fine, I guess. So, it pains me, guys. It really does. I'm in these videos now. I try to be a little bit more professional myself. So I'm holding a lot back in how I would normally talk, because normally I just get irate, start yelling. But that doesn't get me heard. That just they're not going to listen to that. So maybe they'll listen to this. Watchtower Gaming, you should treat your customers better, or your future potential customers better. You shouldn't tier who you're going to treat good based off how much money they give you at the time that they ask the question. That's just silly. All you're asking, like worst case scenario, as a business, you're essentially telling people, please back at $300 and then ask questions. If you don't like it, drop it. You know what that would do to your funding to see it plummet by $300 every time somebody wanted to ask you a question? You should be thankful that it's only $1 before they're serious. So they don't drop it, because what you don't want is to drop the funding, which you did. Like, that's not what you want. You know, that's not what any business should want. You shouldn't say, hey, please pledge a fake $300 to ask questions. No, let them be at $1 and let them ask their questions. Just be sad it's not $0, because that'd be even better. Anyway, that's my 2 cents. Let me know your what you think in the comments below, guys. It's just so I haven't seen anybody treat backers like this in such a long time, and it's just disheartening. That's it. That's all I have, obviously. If you see anything like this, if you are treated wrong from a board game company, if you are seeing something fishy or weird going on, please let me know. Please reach out to me so that I can then review it and cover it as kind of I see fit and maybe as appropriate. Anyway, that's it. That's all I had. Have a great rest of your day, guys. And there's plenty of good stuff coming up, of course. Got reviews, got unboxings, detailed videos, all that kind of stuff coming up. So stay tuned. And with that, take care. Bye, guys.